Go to your preferred search engine and type in the word vaccination. Now click on that news tab, and you will see millions of articles, all with titles like the ones I'm about to tell you. Like the one by the Los Angeles Times. After child deaths, doctors pressure Border Patrol to let them administer flu vaccines. Or this other one by NPR's News Desk. Samoa closes schools and mandates vaccinations amid deadly measles outbreak. Now, articles like these are not uncommon, as I said before, for new ones appear every single day. Yet many people are not only scared of vaccinations, but also very uninformed. So, in order to prevent our public schools from being overrun by these preventable diseases, I will first explain what a vaccine is and how they work to help those who get them. Second, I will talk about the reasons that people choose not to get them, for it is important to understand these biases in order to see why people make the decision to not get vaccinated. And third, I will explain what I believe should be necessary in order to prevent the spread of these avoidable diseases within our public schooling systems. Merriam-Webster defines a vaccine as a preparation of microorganisms, living attenuated organisms, or fully virulent organisms that is administered to produce or artificially increase immunity to a particular disease. While this is a very good explanation, it doesn't fully explain why vaccinations work. According to the Center for Disease Control, the immune system is made up of macrophages, B lymphocytes, and T lymphocytes. Now, they all work together within the immune system to fight infection over the period of a few days. After the infection is gone, some T lymphocytes, which are also known as memory cells, are left behind in case the disease ever returns. That is why vaccines were invented. Memory cells are created after the weakened or dead version of the disease is introduced within the vaccination is eliminated within the body. So if the disease is introduced again to the body at a later date, the person will be better equipped to fight the infection, which can prevent complications, and in the end, it can save their life. Even though these vaccines can mean the difference between both life and death, people still choose not to get them, and we are about to talk about why. Now, there are many misconceptions about immunization that can affect a person's decision on whether or not they want to get vaccinated. The World Health Organization, which is also known as WHO, mentions the most common fallacies they have found people to believe on their website. One of the main arguments that anti-vaccine supporters make is that vaccines cause many harmful side effects, illnesses, and even death, not to mention possible long-term effects that we don't even know about. Now, in general, a person will only suffer minor after effects, like maybe a sore arm, they may have a minor fever, which is only temporary and not harmful. It is also important to understand that so few deaths can be attributed to vaccinations that it is almost impossible to assess the risk statistically. Another common misconception is that vaccine preventable diseases have been virtually eliminated from my country, so there is no need for my child to be vaccinated. Now, vaccination has helped to lower the rate of preventable diseases, but not all over the world. When traveling, it is possible to contract these illnesses and bring them back to the country from which they came, which could turn into an epidemic at an alarming rate. These two misconceptions alone can cost the lives of millions of people. Yet people still choose not to get vaccinated, which leads me to the main point of this whole entire speech: why public schools should enforce vaccination laws, and what to do about the people who refuse. Many schools already actually have laws requiring their students to be vaccinated. But as fears rise, many parents are choosing to opt out of the vaccinations. While choosing not to vaccinate a child is the parent's own choice, I don't believe they should be allowed to enroll their children within the public schooling system. Non-vaccinated children should attend a separate private school paid for by their parents. This school would also include the children who claim religious beliefs hinder them from getting vaccinated, because that is their choice to not be immunized, even though they can be. In order to get into this private school system, though, parents would first need to sit down with a doctor who could answer any questions they may have about vaccines. After this, the doctor would sign a document that states that they talked and that the parent had refused the treatment still before they could even enter the private schooling system. The doctor, by the way, would be paid for by the state. And this is important because we want to make sure that there are no biases when it comes to a parent choosing a particular doctor. Now, the doctor would be paid for with taxes then. Children who have allergies, though, or other health precautions that would physically prevent them from getting vaccinated would be allowed to attend public schooling, for there are not many of them, and everyone else in the school would be vaccinated, which would still be safer than having everybody together. In conclusion, public schools should not allow children who are unvaccinated due to any reason other than health concerns, and the other children should attend a private school paid for by their families after talking with a state paid doctor about the misconceptions associated with immunization, like the ones that we mentioned before. This is necessary to help people better understand what a vaccine is and why they are so important for not only our future, but future generations too. Thank you so much for listening in today. Also, this is my bibliography right here. Perfect.